Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Imperfect Peace. I am your host, Queen Priestess Iris Rose, and we have a spectacular show for you guys. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and roll that intro so we can get right on into it. Let's go. Super excited. Y'all can see it's a full house today. I am super excited because I told y'all this episode was going to be lit. This episode was going to be everything. Me and Michaela, we told y'all last week this episode was going to be lit. And I have my sisters with me. I got all my sisters with me. So you guys, welcome. Introducing my coven sisters, y'all. Okay, so we have Queen Priestess Akila Ivana. We have Priestess Michaela Love. We have Monze La Balin. And we also have Monze Gwesi, aka Queen Lila Sage. And Priestess Gina is also Monze La Balin. So I had to get all y'all's names right. Because look, we put respect on everybody's name, okay? Hi, ladies. Hi. I'm so excited to have you guys. All right, so we are in the building. So you already know we have to enter in our ancestors, our loved ones into the building. We got to usher them in. So let's go ahead and light our tea light candles and let's do this.
All right.
Oh, they here. Ooh, that's a nice little flame too. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
They was like, oh, it's a party. We up in this thing, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, how y'all ladies doing? Good?
I'm doing good. I'm tired, but I'm doing great.
Great. Yeah. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go into our happy hour. Now, our happy hour is where we take our shots, but before we take our shots, we tell each other something that happened this week that made us happy, right? So it's our happy hour. So I want to go first. This is our happy hour right here. Like,
right.
It's everything to me. So I'm like having my sisters together. That is my happy hour. I'm going to be easy with it. That's my happy hour. So who's going next? Who's happy hour? Go ahead. Okay.
Well, celebrating our sisterhood, obviously, our anniversary of initiation being exactly a year ago, that is definitely my happy hour because that time changed me in ways I could not have even imagined. So I just want to say I love y'all, and I'm so glad that I was able to share that experience with y'all again and again, apparently.
Yes, I love it.
That was wonderful. You know what my happy moment was dreaming about you guys the other night. All of us,
we all dreamed about us.
Like,
that's wild.
And the fact that we all saw it, we all felt it. I'm like, this is what we needed. This is totally what we needed to reconnect with each other.
Yes.
That's good.
Well, my happy hour is doing this right here, what we're doing. I know, a lot of times we may make plans to get together, but life happens. But for us to connect again, as we do, lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, I love that right here, right now. That's my happy hour. Because I don't get to see y'all faces often. So that's my happy hour.
It'll make me tear up.
Yeah, right? Mine is very, very similar. So I had the last 4 days off finally, which I haven't had that in a really long time. So I was able to actually enjoy the weekend. I was able to reflect on our anniversary as well. That felt good. I wore one of my dresses tonight just because. And I also got some unexpected money coming in.
Yes.
Nice. All right.
Somebody reparations and you finally get it.
Yes, I know.
I'm so excited. My voice sounds like I've been screaming all day. I don't know why I came on sounding like that.
That's all right. celebration. So it is. Look, it is time for us to celebrate. We have our year. We have Priestess Gina. She has her accomplishments. Like y'all, it is time for us to celebrate. So cheers, everybody!
Cheers! Cheers! All right.
Woo! Okay.
Ooh, that's what they be drinking. Okay.
That's what they be on. Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
So, y'all.
The ancestors, they were. Yeah, I ain't hardcore like my ancestors.
Look, I'm trying to build it up, but it ain't there yet. No, I am not there. So, speaking of it being our 1 year anniversary, let's go into that. Like, how has the year been in review? Because we've all been in like a reflective space lately. Mm-hmm. So, how has the year been for you guys? Like, I mean, I feel like we've come like it's full circle for real. So, how has the year been for y'all?
This has been an insanely eye-opening experience this whole year for me spiritually, especially when it comes to whenever I get messages to like tell your sisters this, I'm like, okay, because we know we've been doing this multiple lifetimes and they know we've been doing it lifetimes, so it's like make sure that we are all in accord. And when they say put up that protection, I'm like, all right, candles, boy. I'm always prepared, but in doing that my abilities have gotten stronger. Mm-hmm. And it's like my husband said something a few weeks ago, talking to a friend, nothing to do with what we do, but he said prayer is talking and asking God for something, and meditation is listening to God.
Boom, I love that. Well, we're gonna have to write that down for the free mentorship, y'all, because I love that.
They need it.
Yes, that's why I was like, we're gonna have to write that down for them, because but for me, just seeing our growth, both individually and collectively, and it's so much fun to see how we get in our group chat, and we start to talking and we realize how aligned we are. Like, we stay aligned. We stay aligned. We stay in alignment, and it's super beautiful. And when we have to come together, it's no question. Like, there is no question we come together for each other. I mean, we stand 10 toes down for one another. I mean, it's y'all.
That
Cause she already know, like, cause we're a force. I'm telling you, we're a movement by ourselves, but we're a force when we're together. Thank you, Neo. You know what I'm saying? So it's just amazing to watch literally all of us grow, and hopefully Priestess Jasmine will pop on pretty soon. But just sitting back and watching her growth alone from this day a year ago to now, and I mean, I don't even think she realizes how, like, she just leaped from I see the fool card, like she just leaped from that cliff and just soared. And I mean, I really want to give her flowers, because homegirl did the work, and she did the work, and she has just been so
amazing.
Yeah. So, Miss Michaela, how has the year been for you?
Well, it has been it's been really good. As far as my personal growth, because I am a lot newer to all of this than you all are, so it's really only been a few years for me since I even discovered the need to venerate my ancestors. Mm-hmm. So it's just been a lot of self-reflection and growing up, really, figuring out what it is I need, and also expressing what I need to the people around me, and basically finding my voice, because as y'all know, thyroid is gone, and I think a lot of it is due to my throat chakra just being severely active. Like I wouldn't say what I really needed. I wouldn't say how I really felt about things, just because I was so worried about how my feelings would make somebody else feel and all that. So I really had to break out of that, and I was kind of forced to in the situations that I've been put in. With me, you know, I quit my job last year to get another job, even took a pay cut because that's what I needed to do to assert myself to these women that I was working with. Like, it was just a whole test the whole year. The ancestors was like, oh, so you gonna let them talk to you like that? Or are you gonna let them not do your job and make your job harder? Like, are you really gonna go, this what we doing? Like, we're not, because they made it so uncomfortable for me that I didn't have no choice.
Yeah, and they will definitely do that.
Yeah, like, even
especially after initiation. I'm like, ooh.
Exactly. Like,
ooh, y'all never did this before. They'd be like, you've never been initiated before either. Okay.
Even as far as my relationship, it's like stuff happened that I didn't want to happen, but it kind of needed to happen, because then I was able to say things that I need to say, set boundaries that needed to be set that weren't set before, and just know that whatever it needs to happen will happen, whether we like it or not.
But I'm the way that I see it is like, you've been so empowered, and I feel like, you know, not to go too much into it, I feel like the everything else built up to you standing up for yourself in your relationship, and then it's just like, I'm here, like, I'm Michaela, like, y'all gonna hear me roar, like, listen to me. And it's just been beautiful to like really see your throat chakra like really start to like beam and shine, and you're like, no, I'm unapologetic about, I'm here, like, listen to me, I got some shit to say, and I feel a type of way, and I'm going to express how I feel. And for somebody who I know that like, it even took you a while to cry, sweetheart, like,
yes, oh my goodness.
So from that to now, it's just like, yo, like,
I don't like it. But you know, I do what's necessary now. I actually journaled and cried like last week, so I feel a lot better. So I kind of know that's what I need to do. Like, journaling helps me get my emotions out. So I do avoid it. I think it is subconscious, but thinking about it, like, I do avoid journaling because I know I'm gonna have to express, I'm gonna have to see what it is I'm actually feeling. I'm gonna have to let it out in some form, even if I don't talk to anybody about it. It still has to come. I think I'm a kind of like, I just want to avoid it. You know, I don't like it.
But you know, that's actually an aspect of shadow work, and I think that's the aspect of shadow work that a lot of us avoid, because first of all, if we write it down, it's real. Like, writing it down just makes it so much realer. And then when we go back and look on it, it's like, oh my God, like, I'm scared to go back and look at some of the journals that I used to, like, it's like, yo, like, I'm embarrassed. Some of my entries, I'm like, girl, really? Like, but did you die though? You know, so it's just one of those things.
Yeah. So I don't know if I had put it in the chat. I don't know which one of y'all I told, or if it was the whole group, but my ancestors, I was up here cleaning up their space, and I was looking for something and happened to find a journal from Priestess Mila. It was a mentorship she had, and I opened up that notebook and I was like, we're not gonna read this. And it's like, oh, yes, you are. Get it back out.
It's funny that you said Priestess Mila, because literally she showed up on my social media suggestions. Did she?
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm really gonna have to check in on her, because I miss her. Like, she was a doll, and her knowledge on astrology, like, whew. Yeah. So yeah, definitely gonna have to check in on Mila. Leela, how was your year?
My year has been beautiful, honestly. It's definitely been a year of emotional maturity, and I say that to say just expressing myself clearly and to actually express it. And granted, I may get those looks like, really, girl? Like, no, like that really bothered me. Like, I'm serious. I'm telling you how I feel. But it's also been a year of just seeing who I was in past lives. And that in itself, it is, it's heartbreaking, but at the same time, it's also liberating, because I know the work that had to be done for me to be here now, for me to be doing the work that I'm doing now, and for me to even be able to open up and reach out to others and assist them. That took a lot.
Yeah.
So, I've really just been focusing on that and just working, not just doing spiritual work, but incorporating it into my personal life, into my professional life, into my home life. And I'm thankful for that, only because it really took a while to get here, okay? Especially you talking about a blocked heart chakra.
Girl, I had to work on my heart chakra too, baby.
Like, well, damn, how much more work I got to do for this damn chakra?
I know the feeling. Trust me. I know, because I'm still like, oh, we're not done yet. Oh, okay.
Right.
Oh, I thought we was cool. They were like, nah, Slim, you still got a little residual here. Like, let's take care of that.
Let's clear that up out of here.
Yeah, and I'm like, but like, we've been doing so much. Like, you sure you don't want to take a break? They was like, stop playing with me, Slim. Okay.
So
y'all ain't gotta be so gangsta all the time.
All the time. But I'm thankful for it.
Yeah.
Only because
I wouldn't move like I'm supposed to.
You said stubborn? Mm-hmm. Stubborn? Are what? My picture was next to the word, okay?
It was both of us. It was like this. It was both of us, okay?
Because all of that led here, like all the blessings that have been pouring in, that are pouring in, that I know are about to pour in. Had I not done what I was supposed to do over the past year, I would not see none of it. Do you hear me? I mean, none of it. And the way they steadily pour into me, and I realized the grace that they extend to me, I freely extend that to others now. Because I just know in the back of my mind, like, damn, baby, you just got to work on this chakra. You got to work on that chakra, or you just need to do this. That's why, I always tell people, I wish you could see you through my eyes, because it's like, I see it. I know what you need to do, but if you're not ready yet, you're not ready.
Yeah, I get it.
You gotta go and grow through that first.
I get it. Miss Gina, Priestess Gina, Monday La Vela. How was your year?
This year has been really, really reflective the whole time for me. One thing I appreciate about this process, not just from the past year, but when we first all came together, because I believe I know you came in and then you came back out and then you came back in with the rest of us, but it's like we, for the most part, came in together before the initiation. Mm-hmm. And even back then, it's like, I love my favorite part of Beachland, like we really do focus on ourselves. And that is something that I had to learn. And that's for anyone that's a healer, an empath, especially if you're extremely sensitive and you're just very caring. A lot of times we'll give so much of ourselves that we really forget to give back to ourselves. And sometimes we feel like I'm guilty. I feel like I'm helping myself by helping others. But no, sometimes you have to stop and you have to really think about what's going on inside. What are you thinking? What are you doing? What goals have you set? How many of them have you accomplished, et cetera, et cetera. And you don't, like, you just I got distracted by that too.
No, sorry, I did too. I did.
But like, no, it was actually really hard for me, which, a lot of people don't think about. So especially after initiation, I really had no choice. I really had to sit with myself, and there were some things that I cried so hard, and I'm not a crier either, or I wasn't, and I was crying, having to let go of things that I didn't know I had to let go, or I knew I did, I just was being stubborn, or I got so comfortable that I didn't really want to let it go. So this year, it had a lot to do with, me, I was in my head thinking like, oh yeah, I'm gonna start my business, I'm gonna be out here in these streets, they gonna know my name, I'm gonna be helping people. That's what people don't understand, the whole balance thing. Like, one way you think it's positive and you're helping, but it can also be toxic. It could be something like where Priestess Jasmine talks about with the ego. It's like, wait a minute, you're helping other people, but are you helping them for them, or are you helping them for you? Because it makes you feel better that you help somebody. So it's like, all those reflections, I thought I was going to be out here killing it, but it was like, no, you're going to sit, I'm talking about spirit when I say they, for the watchers, but they're like, no, you're going to sit here and you're going to take care of yourself, because you don't have anything else to pour out. You're empty because you gave so much. And the only way to restore yourself is to think about what happened and what can you learn from it so it doesn't happen again, and how can you build your stamina, how can you saying no, little stuff like that. People don't understand. Like, people think they could just come in here, and not to, hurt anyone's feelings, but some people think you're just pulling cards and you're picking out pretty crystals, and it's not like that.
No.
And then a lot of us who really have this calling, we're like, y'all are crazy for actually asking for this.
That part.
Choice. So, and then you get so caught up in other people's issues, and some of them do see you as a superhero, and it's like, I want to help you, I really do, but I can't.
Yeah.
And you see it when you pull your cards and they just fall on the floor. And let me pick them up and tuck them again, they just fell on the floor. And then when you finally get that shuffle out, it's like, no, it was falling because I'm done talking about it.
Yeah.
You ain't questioned 1,000 times for this person. Now you're drained, and now you need to take care of yourself. Stuff like that. It's like, I don't know, this past year was really like just simple stuff where spirit was just checking me. Like, this is why you're going to take a year-long break. You're going to nurse yourself, then you're going to get your stuff back together.
Well, if I may, this year, watching you come out of your shell, like, that's been the best part of this year. Like, coven-wise, like, you coming out of your shell, like, you started your YouTube, you pull cards, you know what I mean? Like, you've been like really coming out of your shell. You've been, like, she stays in hermit mode, y'all. Like, she's a hermit, okay? So to see her in the chat and to see her interacting with us and everything, like, hands down, like, I'm like yes. So that for me, like, for you, girl, I'm like, yes, Gina's here. Like, and you're such a force, though. Like, that's the thing too. Like, you're such a force. So to like really feel your presence in the chat, like, and like you're coming around more, and it's so beautiful. I love it. I really do.
Yes, it's like it was a complete 180. Like, literally from last year when we were together to the retreat in September. When she came down the stairs, I was like, oh, that's Priestess Gina? Oh, she coming down. I thought she was just walking through. No, baby. She came and she sat with us. She talked with us. And I was loving it, because I know. Like, we ain't never getting this from sis.
But you know what's beautiful? Like she stated, like, we're all like, our coven allows us to be our individual selves, right? Yep. So knowing that she's so, introverted, and knowing that she's a hermit, and knowing that she just needs time to come out of her shell. Yep. We allowed her, that space. We allowed her that, the space to do so. And so to see her like come out like on her own, it's beautiful. So
I'm glad you did.
Yeah,
I'm glad that you felt comfortable in doing so with us as well. Like,
definitely.
I'm really glad you did.
On my own.
When I saw you during our initiation, and I was like, I saw the real you, and I was like, this woman is larger than life. Like, I saw her entire spirit fill the entire house.
Big time.
Remember when she came down the stairs in that white dress?
In that white dress, I think it's a white dress she got on now, though. Thank you. All right, and so look, y'all, Priestess Jasmine, aka Monze Zila, has entered the building, and so we are gonna let her do her happy hour. So, Priestess Monze, what is your happy hour for the week, lady?
I am extremely blessed and thankful for the space I'm in right now. I am in a space right now that I have realized that I have grown and healed enough to help my sisters. My sister Leela is always talking about, what are you going to contribute? What are you going to contribute? And I'm finally into that space right now where I can contribute to my sisters. I can be the sister that you all have been to me. And that's beautiful to me, because I've never had a tribe of women that held me accountable, that pushed me to be my best self. And I'm finally starting to see myself blossom. And it wouldn't have been the same without you all, the experience that we had together. So that's what my happy hour is for, y'all.
Yeah.
It's growth.
But isn't it crazy? Look, so this just actually is an attest to what I mentioned earlier, because she wasn't even on here.
Nope.
And I spoke about her growth. And so for her growth to be her happy hour, like, it just goes to show you how we are aligned. Like, I promise you, this was not like we didn't talk about this beforehand. None of that. So, like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. So go ahead and take your shot, baby girl. And then after you take your shot, we're gonna get into how your year has been, because we've been talking about how our year has been. You know, this marks our year anniversary for our initiation. So how has your year been since initiating? Laugh.
So interesting. I'm gonna say this. I'm one of those people who were so down and fell so out of love with themselves and out of love with life that I questioned if God even existed for me. And this year has been nothing but God revealing itself to me. My ancestors revealing themselves to me. The spirits that have always walked with me and protected me revealing themselves to me. This year, I have finally begun to reveal myself, remember myself. It's things that I forgot I even liked. It's places that I forgot I wanted to go, that started to submerge when I started to go through this cleansing and reveal process of self. I ain't gonna cry, y'all. You know, I'm good for crying. But this year has been also challenging though. I
can attest to that.
I had to push myself and force myself in ways that I didn't know existed for me. I had to overcome some very painful challenges in order to rise a phoenix, in order to rise an angel. And I'm grateful for those challenges. I'm grateful for the lessons, because those are my testimonies.
Yeah. See, look, they say your tests create your testimony. So, girl, I mean, watching you this year though, like, I mean, just even watching you study this year, and watching you study self this year, and really coming into your own, it's been beautiful. And I really don't think that people understand how young you are. Like, you're the baby in our OG group. Like, you are what, 20, 25, 26? So you're the baby, you know what I'm saying? And you're still finding yourself. So when you come up upon 30, oh my goodness, 30 is going to be something else for you. Like 30, that's when I really started to transition and 30. But I'm so excited to see what 30 is going to have for you, because the way you like killed 25, 26, baby, 30 is going to be like astronomical for you. So I'm excited. And we're going to be right here. All of us.
I'm going to be right here watching it. I'm one of those people who really had the American dream and didn't realize I had it. I really thought that I was supposed to go to school, go to college, get a good career, marry somebody, have kids, be happy, and all that by 25. I really convinced myself that that is what I was supposed to have. And did God have something totally different in store for me? I'm just in love with life. I'm in love with this opportunity that I get to recreate life for myself and to experience life this time around.
Yeah, that's so beautiful. Like, your growth is just amazing. And just hearing you talk, hearing you speak, like, it's so funny, because it's like you're not the same person from last year. Just hearing you speak.
I don't know who I am. She said you. Yeah. And I was like, oh. And she was like, you've never experienced yourself before. And that's why like my coming to process was so dramatic for me. Yeah. Because I never knew myself.
Yeah.
It was like looking at my eyes for the first time, being mesmerized by wow. Like
but see, you call it dramatic, and I don't know if I would call it dramatic, because I think you had one dramatic moment, and then everything else you were like, all right, I'm gonna cool it because I want to see how this works, and I want to see how that works. And you spoke to people individually, so I don't think you had like one of those like dramatic like change, like not, well, you had a dramatic change, but I don't think you had one of those like or journeys where everything was dramatic. I think you had that one dramatic incident, and then after that you was like, all right, sisters, what's up, y'all? Like, can I get a I need a all right, let's talk. So you know what I'm saying? It wasn't and it might have been for you, but for us looking, outside looking in, it just didn't seem as dramatic as you thought.
It was like this beautiful emergence that she had.
Yeah, like a butterfly, like a cocoon. Yes. And see, I'm thinking of Leela with the butterflies, because
I've seen a blue butterfly. So, I guess when I say dramatic, I'm talking about my actual waking up moment.
Oh, yeah.
Where I was like, oh, this is what life is like. Like, because I feel like I have never been in the driver's seat of my own body, of my own life, of my own destiny. So for the first time, I was like, oh, I can drive, I can whip this bitch. This is me. So I remember when Michaela came into the bathroom after Akila had given me a bath, and I was all in the mirror. I was looking at my body, and I was like, is this me? And Michaela was like, that's the body you chose.
Isn't that beautiful though?
This is crazy.
That's awesome. That's so dope.
That's funny because I do not remember that. So yeah. Probably wasn't me.
That was your Ori. Your Ori had taken over. And you know what? At that point, I really think, thinking back to that day, I think all of our Oris was so like present and in the building. Like our Oris just took over, because it was just, a lot happened that Sunday. A lot happened. A lot transpired that Sunday. And the way things started to dwindle down when we started to come down from our meditations and stuff, and the way that things started to dwindle down, and then we started to pop into ourselves, and then we ran into action, it was just like, who are we? Like, it was like our higher selves the entire time. So for us to see us operating in our higher selves, And then knowing that us, like me, myself, I'm operating in my, I was giving hugs. Like, I don't give hugs like that. Like, I was, oh, give me a hug. Like, and I'm like this to people.
I was hugging you and grabbing you and crying, and you were just consoling me. You and Leilani were just like, you guys peeled me off the floor, literally.
Yeah, so I mean, it was just seeing how everybody operated that day, and just having flashbacks of the whole day, the whole retreat, damn near. Like, it was beautiful. Like, everything about it was just beautiful, and I'm really ecstatic that I had the chance to experience it with you all. Like, we have such a bond and a connection that we knew that this was not the first lifetime that we had been together. And I think one of you guys was like, it would be remiss if we thought that, it wasn't our anniversary over and over and over again, because this was just not the first time that we encountered each other. And then for us to stay close-knit, and we're such, like, look at us, like, look at the melanin in this circle, like, and this isn't even all of us, and just the energy, the beautiful energy that everybody possesses themselves, and then to come together and share that energy with one another. I really feel like I experienced what God's love really felt like when I experienced us together, especially at the river.
Oof, that river! Oh my god!
Oh my gosh!
Y'all want to talk about the river?
I still have the cloth.
Me too!
I still have the cloth.
Mine's is in a little box, in a little plastic thing, sealed for war. It's ready for war.
Wash away whatever.
Yeah, mine's on my altar. And I actually have used it a couple times for some work for myself. I washed the vessel of my work with the cloth. And that, I think that was the most potent work that I had ever done. So I'm like, ooh, I gotta be a little careful with the cloth. Like, that cloth has some serious ashe on it. But to wash so much off of the cloth, like, y'all just don't really understand the intricacy of our retreat and how we released, we cleansed, we became anew. We were there for each other. It really was, and we left not being the same people, and it came with Akila. It was like, what, a couple months before we really started, like, descending from the retreat. Like,
yeah, it really was. And it was like, even now when I go to, like, a waterfall or a river, I'm like, it takes me back to that moment and understanding just the sacredness of connecting with the water and how potent that is, and how we're 70% water. And like, it just understanding, like, when you dream about water, those are your emotions, and how everything is heart centered, and how our most potent work comes from our heart center. And when we release that stuff, when we release our tears, anything, I was like, God damn, pardon my French, I'm just in awe. I really am in awe over all of this. I really am in awe over all of this. And I am truly happy to, for this lifetime, to be in this present moment right here with all of you.
yes.
Because I truly, I think this is a true blessing, and I'm utterly grateful for it.
Don't let them tell y'all Black women can't get along.
Yes.
At all. We do. We can. But that hike to the river, though, y'all.
Oh, that hike? Yo, what?
Listen, it wasn't bad the second time around. Remember when we went not too long ago? It wasn't that bad.
It's the hike back.
Yeah. We were going downhill, going uphill.
Going up, yes.
We had to stop a couple times, and we just looked at each other like, damn.
But I didn't stop as much as I did the first time.
You did.
Progress.
You did. We had little Monte Auntie Donnie in the background, just floating like a little butterfly. Me and her up here sweating.
It's hard being thick. I didn't choose this life. It chose me.
I know, that's right. Oh my gosh.
I'll never forget when the river called out to me right after Godmother had baptized me. I literally heard a female spirit kept saying, I am, over and over again. And it was saying, over here. And I was like, where? I went way off into the, down the river by myself. And I was just standing there. I just started crying. And she was just talking to me, pouring into me, telling me who I am and what I am not. Saying that you are a healing goddess and that you're a warrior. And it was very emotional. And when I took my bath, when Akila gave me a bath, she looked me dead in my eyes and she said, Jasmine. I said, yes. She said, say I am. And I was like, what? You were there? She was like, I heard you. I seen you. I knew what was going on. And that's the moment that helped me snap into my body, myself.
When I could have you stand in that mirror and say I am, and say I love you over and over, that's what needs to happen.
Mm-hmm.
That's the release that you needed.
Yeah.
Because I saw the goddess, and I said, but you didn't see her yet. So I'm like, you need to get in that mirror until you say it over and over again until you see you.
I was afraid of the mirror because when I was going through my moment downstairs with you all, I kept going into the bathroom and I was looking at myself. I was like, I kept asking myself in the mirror, looking in my eyes, saying, who are you? I don't know who you are. And it was me arising, and I didn't know myself. And that whole retreat was just powerful, y'all. Y'all don't know the power of hoodoo, man.
Yes.
Very powerful. The power of sisterhood. The power of God.
Yeah. I mean, everything from us getting there, fellowshipping on Friday, to that African food on Saturday.
It was good.
And then the spa. The spa. I was still mad I didn't get my little rub down now.
I know. A girl, I don't know. Some dude took all his ancestral pain out on my back. I was like, yeah, dang. You went elbow, knuckles, skeleton into my back. I was like, this is supposed to be relaxing. I was like, good Lord.
Yeah, but the Himalayan salt baths. Oh my gosh. Mm-hmm. Amazing. And then the sauna. And just being there with our godmother, it was just amazing. And then Hugon and Priestess Oshun from K coming through. Yeah. I mean, when I tell you, I think we had the best retreat ever. I don't care.
Dr. T.
Even Dr. T.
He was like, oh, this retreat was good.
Yes, all across the board. I think that our hoodoo retreat was the greatest retreat that has ever happened. And I can't wait for us to recreate that when we all get together.
So excited.
The moment I had with Nyla at our retreat was so powerful for me and her. It was me and her remembering each other.
Yeah, remembering you were sisters.
Yeah. It's funny that me and her are the two who got paired together at the time. And we got to just bond with each other and talk to each other about what we've been through and who we are. And then the next day when she remembered who I was, and she was just crying, hugging me, saying, oh my goodness, I found you. And I'm just like, I don't know who I am, but I love you.
Yeah. Yeah. I will never forget. She looked at me. We were outside and she looked at me and she said, oh, you were just so stubborn. And I'm like, what? What happened? And she was like, you were just so stubborn. Just let it happen. Let it out. And I'm just like, girl, I don't know what you're talking about. Then Priestess Akila comes out. Scream, just let it out. I was like, okay, so y'all see something. And then Hugon was like, so I was like, all right, yeah, there's something going on here. And then I don't remember anything after that, being mounted and coming into that room. I remember walking in the room.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is was like having a little freak out moment. I really was.
Yes. So
what she looked like.
It's something that you really have to experience to understand what was happening. And now my brain, like my conscious brain, was not understanding what was happening. But I couldn't move off that couch.
yeah.
I was literally stuck there because you got to see this.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and we're still putting, like, the funny thing is we're still putting pieces together. Yeah. So, our memories, I mean, this is going to last us a lifetime, to be truthfully honest. Like,
that's always.
I still think that one thing that stuck in my mind is when Jasmine and you were on the porch and they kept telling Keela, don't go out there. I was like, no, I'm going to be fine. And I saw you and I saw two sets of eyes. And I saw
Did you? I mean, you ain't never
no,
saw
that's
me.
how I was able to get you in the house, because I saw you and I saw that entity.
Okay, so y'all, Priestess never told me until I seen her at the pre-conso retreat exactly what was going on with me, because she just knew that I'd probably freak out.
I was going to say you would freak out.
Yeah, but I knew what was going on, but I knew what was going on. I literally was going back and forth between me. I was fighting literally for my life.
Oh yeah, we saw.
I was going back and forth between me and this entity.
Mm-hmm.
It was going back and forth. It was mugging Priestess. It told Priestess that she was sneaky and that it didn't like her. I was like, it was an asshole. I will never forget. I swear I'll never forget when Akila came out there on that porch though, and she was like, "Come on, sister, are you ready?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm ready. Like, let's do this." I turned around, I seen Hugon, and I was like, "I'm going back outside." And she locked the door.
Your whole body's skipping up.
You're not going anywhere. She locked the door on me, and I was just like, "Oh my god!"
I was sitting right on the couch when that happened, so it was right there in my face, and I was just like.
But you know, it was funny because I remember Leela going in and out. She just kept coming in and out, and then she would just sit there, and then she would come back and forth, in and out, in and out, and then I was like, okay. So I would sit there. Akila was everywhere, literally anywhere that she could be. She was like everywhere. Gina, she was asleep. She was like, look, y'all know I'm a hermit. I'm going up here. And we would check on her every once in a while, and she'd be like, I'm good, I'm cool. Like, but then eventually that day she did come down, and she, fellowship with us the rest of the day. But we were all like in our own little world, doing our own little thing. And then like I remember everybody like touching and agreeing with one another at some point, But for the most part, we were just like off, just doing our own thing and having our own experiences. And individually, I feel like our experiences, we learned a lot. And I really feel like a lot is still unveiling itself to us, which is so dope and so beautiful. We're still growing individually, collectively, but it's just the experience there. I just think it like catapulted us to just so many different frequencies. So,
I'll never forget laying on the floor and looking up and seeing my sisters praying over me.
Mm-hmm.
That's love. That was power.
And all of us, I believe all of us had our hands on you at that point.
Mm-hmm. That was, y'all looked literally like angels.
We was warriors. We was in there.
When I see you all, and I was just like, oh my God, like y'all turned into angels. I see y'all. Like, and it was very overwhelming. And the point I realized my own power is when I was laying on the floor, scared to death, and I told it to get out myself.
Yeah.
And then after that, God snatched me, y'all.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the whole retreat was just a beautiful experience. And then, like I said, I'm just really blessed and honored to be able to experience life now with you guys. I mean, just we rebirth, we had our rebirth together, and just like we've just been inseparable since. Just experiencing life with you guys is just, I can't imagine it without it. Like, I just can't imagine y'all like just saying, okay, bye, go on about your merry little way. And we not touching bases at some point, you know what I mean? But it's been a beautiful journey. And look, we was planning on talking about Halloween, y'all, but Spirit was like, no, because, and I really think Spirit is moving in the way that it's moving because like Leela and I had stated a couple weeks ago, we are the foundation for this. This is us. We're Hoodoo. So
it's interesting. My husband, I was telling him I was going to do this. He's like, you sure you want to go public? I was like, what do you mean? I mean, public that you're doing this. I'm like, you know how many people in the industry are open about their spirituality? So why would I be scared about it? I just, no point. I don't hide it. I don't like have a neon sign, but I'm not going to hide who I am.
Well, I just feel like it's a new point in time now where I kind of feel like religion is being hidden more than spirituality is. Mm-hmm. Which is like, whoa, like there's been a big shift in the atmosphere. And I think you even brought up the statistics where you said that more people are more so identifying as spiritual than they are religious. And in the next coming years, they don't foresee a lot of people saying that they're Christian or religious.
They're going to be unaffiliated with any religion. They're breaking away from religion, breaking away from churches and everything. I mean, if you see what's going on in the world, everyone's they're justifying their bad behavior under the crutch of religion. I was like, then why would anybody want to be part of that religion if you're doing this horrible thing?
Right. That is how it's always been. And we are just now really starting to open our eyes. And that's another reason why I really feel like, and I say this all the time, we are definitely our ancestors' wildest dreams because we are woke. Like there is no generation that I really feel like is waking up the way we are. And it's something that I know we're all planning to pass on, from generation to generation. But we're back in our roots, y'all. Like we back in this thing. Like, yeah, we coming back. Like they brainwashed us, and they took away a lot of our indigenous practices, or they thought. They thought. So, it's been a really great discussion, you guys, and I am so thankful for y'all being here. I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. I know we said we was going to talk about Halloween, but I mean, like I said, Spirit then just took over. When we welcomed them in their building, they was like, oh no, y'all not doing no Halloween stuff. Like y'all are going to talk about y'all. And I think it's important for us and for other people that are watching to see a group of Black women who not only support each other, but we call each other sisters, we operate as sisters, and we love each other, and we are in alignment. We have proved that this evening. We've proved that, with Jasmine, and I was talking about her growth before she even got here, and that was her happy hour. So we have proven, that we are deeply connected. We're deeply rooted within one another. And I think it's beautiful. And I really want to continue to encourage more women to seek out circles like this, to seek out communities like this, because our community is such a beautiful community. I really feel like our group is unmatched. And I told Michaela that yesterday. Our group is unmatched.
Said it last time. They can't sit with us.
Nope. So, yeah, you gotta be real. You gotta be chosen, right?
And Leela means that.
She does.
But no peasant.
But just understand that we are an elite group of women, and it takes a lot to be able to sit with us. So she's not playing, okay? That's not on joke time. You can't sit with us unless you are a certain caliber of a woman, you know? So with that being said, all of us are going to continue this on our group chat, because you already know we love to keep keys together. So we're going to take this on to our group chat. But thank you all so much. I am so ecstatic. Thank you for being here with me today on Imperfect Peace, y'all. I love y'all so much. Thank you for agreeing to be here.
I love y'all.
Love you guys. I love you and miss you so much.
Love y'all, and we will see y'all later.
Bye.
Bye.